Hi, everyone. Welcome to Sexpertease. I'm your host and favorite sexpert, the Erica Rivera. Welcome to this final episode of our August series on dirty talk and emotional safety. Tonight's episode is called Aftercare and Emotional Closeness. Tonight, we'll explore why the hottest sex doesn't stop once the bedroom quiets down. Emotional connection and aftercare aren't just they're not just necessities, they're integral to healthy, pleasurable, and sustainable intimacy. Aftercare bridges the gap between physical pleasure and emotional security, ensuring both partners feel valued, seen, and safe. In this episode, we'll define aftercare in practical terms, discuss different types, and share strategies for integrating it into your sexual experiences. Whether you've been intimate for 5 minutes or 5 hours, the way you show care afterward matters. We'll also explore how aftercare strengthens trust, deepens connection, and even heightens future pleasure. Finally, we'll highlight how aftercare can evolve with the type of intimacy, partner dynamics, and with the life stage. So you'll leave tonight's episode not only knowing how to provide aftercare, but understanding why it's vital, a vital component of sexual satisfaction. This is your guide to keeping intimacy safe, emotionally fulfilling, and mutually empowering. Aftercare is any intentional act after sexual activity that nurtures physical, emotional, or psychological well being. So, this can include a range of practices from cuddling and gentle touch to verbal check ins and reassurance. The goal is simple: to help both partners transition out of heightened arousal safely while reinforcing connection. Physically, aftercare can involve hugging, holding, or simply being present beside each other. Emotionally, it includes asking how your partner is feeling, validating their experience, and expressing gratitude for shared intimacy. Practically, it may mean helping your partner adjust their clothing, get water, or tend to any immediate needs. Understanding aftercare is key because it signals attentiveness, respect, and care, reinforcing a foundation of trust. While it's often overlooked in mainstream discussions, aftercare is not optional. It's a crucial component of conscious, responsible, and pleasurable sexual engagement. Aftercare matters because it closes the loop between physical intimacy and emotional connection. Without it, even a positive sexual encounter can feel incomplete. Incomplete. So it leaves room for uncertainty, shame, or even emotional discomfort. It reassures both partners that their experience is valued and their well being is a priority. This practice also helps partners process intense emotions. Sexual activity can surface vulnerability, insecurities, or unanticipated feelings. Aftercare creates a safe space to acknowledge and normalize these emotions without judgment, which is essential for maintaining long term intimacy. Excuse me. Lastly, aftercare prevents miscommunication and reduces relational tension. Even brief or subtle moments of recognition and care can avert misunderstandings and reinforce the message that pleasure and connection go hand in hand. Incorporating aftercare into your sexual routine is an investment in trust, satisfaction, and relational longevity. Aftercare can be divided into three primary categories: physical, emotional, and practical. Physical aftercare includes acts like cuddling, gentle touch, stroking, or simply lying close together. These gestures release oxytocin and reinforce feelings of safety, closeness, and satisfaction. Emotional aftercare focuses on verbal reassurance, expressions of desire, and affirmations. Saying things like, I loved being with you, or you feel amazing, validates your partner's experience and deepens emotional intimacy. Emotional aftercare ensures that both partners feel seen, heard, and appreciated. Practical aftercare is often overlooked, but equally important. It includes attending to basic needs, like helping a partner get water, adjusting clothing, as I mentioned before, or navigating immediate post-sex comfort. Combining these three forms, physical, emotional, and practical, creates a holistic approach to aftercare that fosters trust, pleasure, and mutual well-being. Let's talk about timing. Timing is everything when it comes to aftercare. The immediate moments following sexual activity, they're critical. Okay, they're critical. They're critical because partners are still experiencing heightened physical and emotional states. Offering reassurance, touch, or conversation during this period can prevent misunderstandings and amplify satisfaction. During the duration really varies depending on the intensity of the encounter and the individual needs. Some moments may require only a few minutes of gentle touch and words, while others may benefit from longer cuddling sessions, conversation, or just quiet presence. It's important to be attuned and responsive to your partner's signals. We talked a lot about signals in the previous episodes to August's series. Aftercare doesn't have to end the moment you leave the bedroom. Check-ins later in the night or even in the next day can provide additional reassurance and continuity. The timing and duration of aftercare should be tailored to each partner and the encounter, reflecting sensitivity, care, and attentiveness. So, verbal aftercare. This is a powerful tool for maintaining emotional safety. Simple questions like, how are you feeling? Or, did that feel good? They invite honesty and reflection. It's essential to approach these questions with curiosity rather than judgment, creating an environment where both partners feel free to express their experience openly. The tone of voice is also crucial. Soft, calm, and affirming language signals care and attentiveness. Avoid making assumptions about your partner's feelings. Seriously. Instead, let them share in their own words. This practice strengthens trust and reinforces emotional closeness after sexual activity. Moreover, verbal check-ins encourage dialogue about preferences, boundaries, and desires. Even if the conversation is brief, it sets a precedent for open communication that extends beyond the bedroom. And you guys all know how I feel about communication. Improving overall relational satisfaction and deepening your intimacy over time. But we also have nonverbal aftercare as well. So nonverbal cues can communicate care as effectively as words do. Holding hands, maintaining eye contact, Gentle caresses or simply lying close together can convey reassurance and presence. Sometimes silence can be as meaningful as speech, signaling comfort and attentiveness without the words. But matching your energy to your partner's is what's key. That's going to be the key as far as the nonverbal aftercare. If they prefer quiet reflection, provide space while staying physically close. If they seek warmth and touch, respond accordingly. Nonverbal aftercare requires attentiveness and sensitivity so that you can demonstrate emotional intelligence in real time. Nonverbal gestures also reinforce the emotional connection established during intimacy. They communicate empathy, support, and care without the need for dialogue, creating a sense of safety and mutual trust. Cultivating awareness of nonverbal aftercare enhances both partners' emotional satisfaction and it deepens intimacy. So, verbal and nonverbal cues, pay attention to both. Reassuring your partner after intimacy reinforces pleasure and emotional safety. Compliments and expressions of desire, like saying, "You were amazing," or "I loved how you touched me," validate each partner's experience. And it's no fun when it's one-sided either. This fosters confidence and emotional security. Affirmations also include acknowledging consent and enjoyment. For example, stating, "I love that we explored that together." That alone highlights mutual pleasure and shared decision making. Verbal reinforcement helps normalize communication and encourages future sexual exploration. Affirmations can be both spontaneous and intentional. Planning a few words in advance or reflecting during post intimacy moments ensures your partner feels appreciated and valued. Over time, consistent reassurance becomes an integral part of a satisfying and trusting sexual relationship. Sexual encounters can stir up unexpected emotions. Processing these feelings together helps both partners integrate the experience. So, encourage sharing what felt enjoyable, surprising, or even vulnerable, and listen without judgment. We listen, we don't judge. So, validating these emotions promotes trust and relational safety. It's important to normalize a wide range of responses: joy, arousal, awkwardness, or even discomfort. It's okay to talk about these things. Recognizing that intense intimacy can trigger complex emotions, it allows partners to navigate them with empathy. So, sharing reflections will actually support your emotional growth and resilience. Engaging in dialogue about your experience fosters a culture of openness. Regular processing strengthens emotional bonds. It reduces anxiety, and it also creates a foundation for deeper connection, enhancing pleasure in future encounters. Even with the best intentions, conflict or misunderstandings may arise during intimacy. I'm sure we've all been there. And we probably didn't know how to handle it. I'm going to tell you how. Aftercare provides a structured opportunity to address these issues without escalating tension. Recognize when feelings of discomfort or misalignment emerge and respond proactively. That's the key word, is proactively. Strategies include pausing to acknowledge the emotion, restating boundaries, and using I statements to express your perspective without blame. Approach these moments with curiosity and empathy, focusing on repairing the connection rather than assigning fault. I'm going to say that again. Focus on repairing the connection rather than assigning fault. Addressing conflict through aftercare prevents lingering resentment and ensures that both partners feel safe and valued. Handling miscommunication effectively strengthens your relational resilience, it reinforces trust, and it'll contribute to a healthier sexual dynamic as well. Each partner may have a unique set of needs or unique aftercare preferences. Some may require physical closeness, others may want to just process internally. Discussing individual needs beforehand allows partners to honor those differences while maintaining mutual care. So, respecting boundaries is key. If your partner requests alone time, acknowledge it while reassuring them of your availability. Personal coping strategies like journaling or meditation can complement partnered aftercare and enhance overall emotional well being. Understanding and respecting individual differences ensures that the aftercare is effective for both parties. Tailoring the approach promotes comfort, safety, and sustained emotional connection, deepening intimacy and relational satisfaction over time. So let's talk about aftercare beyond the bedroom. Aftercare indeed does extend beyond immediate post-sex moments. Daily practices such as compliments, gratitude, and verbal appreciation maintain emotional closeness between encounters. Consistent small gestures strengthen the foundation of trust and connection. Non-sexual touch, playful banter, or shared experiences can also reinforce intimacy. The goal is to create a sense of continuity, signaling that emotional safety is valued and not only during sex, but throughout the relationship. Building intimacy beyond the bedroom cultivates resilience, reduces anxiety, and supports long-term satisfaction. Emotional closeness, it becomes a consistent thread. It becomes a consistent thread that enhances sexual experiences and relational depth, making connection more enduring and fulfilling. So, how do we integrate this into our routine? Make aftercare a conscious practice. Discuss expectations with your partner before sexual encounters to align on preferred approaches, especially because you may both have different aftercare needs. So, whether brief or extended, intentional post intimacy rituals will demonstrate that care and attentiveness. Customize routines to your relationship dynamic. Some couples prefer cuddling and conversation, others may favor quiet reflection or playful touch. Flexibility ensures aftercare feels natural, effective, and mutually satisfying. Documenting or discussing aftercare routines can help refine practices over time. By integrating these rituals consistently, you foster emotional safety, strengthening your connection, and normalizing healthy communication around intimacy all around. So, the link between aftercare and pleasure. Why did we choose to talk about aftercare today? Feeling safe after sex is closely tied to overall sexual satisfaction, believe it or not. Emotional reassurance enhances arousal and receptiveness in future encounters, while reducing performance anxiety or fear of judgment. So, aftercare essentially is a pleasure multiplier. When both partners feel emotionally secure, they are more likely to explore desires, communicate preferences, and engage fully in intimacy. The connection between emotional safety and sexual pleasure, it can't be overstated. It's foundational for fulfilling encounters. Consistent aftercare also builds confidence. It deepens trust and enhances mutual responsiveness. Over time, these practices create a positive feedback loop. Emotional closeness amplifies pleasure, which in turn encourages more open, connected, and satisfying sexual experiences. All right, so reflect on your experience this week. All right, so I'm giving you a little homework. Consider trying one specific aftercare ritual with your partner. Whether it's a verbal check-in, a hug, or a shared conversation about feelings. Notice the impact on connection and satisfaction. Share insights with your partner and discuss what felt good, what could be adjusted, and how it influenced your emotional closeness. Sorry. These reflections, I don't know, I've had something like tickling me. These reflections that I'm talking about enhance trust and demonstrate commitment to mutual well-being. It won't go away. But anyways, practice that. Practice at least using one thing that we discussed. And trust me, you will notice the difference. As we conclude this series, thankfully, my throat is bothering me at the end of the episode, but as we conclude this series, remember that emotional connection, communication, and intentional aftercare are integral to sexual satisfaction. Now, next month, we're going to explore a little something different, but I do want to announce that for our next episode, I will be interviewing a very, very special guest. Her name is Marsha Drute Davis. All right, so I'm not going to say too much about who she is right now because we're going to talk to her plenty next week, but go ahead and Google her. Go ahead and Google her and let me know what you think of our next guest. So you can contact me at Sexpertease at e360tvlive.com. I always welcome that you guys give me feedback on these episodes, even if it's just to share something relatable. You know, if you have a story connected to our topic, I'd love to hear about it. And don't forget to subscribe to our Patreon. So next week, interviewing Marsha is also our first birthday. So technically, Sexpertease celebrated 1 year in August. But we're going to officially celebrate during next week's episode with Marsha. I felt that was a better time to celebrate Sexpertease turning 1. So I just want to let you know that if you were to subscribe to Patreon, our lowest tier is $5. So you can subscribe for as little as $5 a month. And that keeps our show going. All right. So we are always looking for people that are supportive of this show, supportive of sexual health education. If you want to see this show continue, please subscribe. And it's worth it. After this episode, our second and third tier will be receiving what I call an intimacy tip sheet. So I always dig deeper into the episode for our patrons. So if you'd like to be included in that, please join us. And as always, please follow me at the Erica Rivera on all social media platforms. All right. So until next week, for now, focus on cultivating safe, sexy, and deeply connective intimacy with your partner. And I will see you next week where Sexpertease turns 1.